Well, it is 6:18 and time now for What's Trending. A dream come true for some Little Leaguers from the Chicago area, a chance to play baseball on the Field of Dreams in Iowa. It's called the First City Kid Classic. Chicago clothing company Grit Clothing asked its social media followers to submit videos with nominations for local kids. Grit covered the cost of everything: field rental, equipment, and the throwback threads. The next MLB game at the Field of Dreams will take place on August 11th when the Chicago Cubs take on the Cincinnati Reds. And you know, as a big baseball fan myself, playing for many years throughout my life, I am incredibly jealous, but super happy for the kids at the same time that they get to play in such a memorable place. And even the parents too in the background, they get the chance to be there as well.
Yeah, right. They got their lawn chairs set up. It's definitely your old classic setup too, when you got your kids playing some of the younger league baseball games, and all set up in their lawn chairs and everything else. And not too far away though, that MLB stadium too. I mean, making its own history alongside the Field of Dreams with now hosting baseball games. I believe it's at least, what is it, once a year I think they're doing.
Yeah, they're going to try it once a year. I can see that happening a few more times a year.
I would love to see that.
I would too. I just hope MLB just doesn't like overdo it.
No, I think that's very true. I think a few games a year. I mean, you want to get your money's worth out of that stadium too.
Yeah.
You build this whole stadium so it's up the Major League Baseball code, and you want to definitely get some good use out of it too. So I think it's a very special event. I think at most 3 times a year would be very fair though.
Yeah, maybe just like a series instead of one game.
Yeah, like a series or something like that. I think that would be really cool. I mean, and it's kind of unusual. It's kind of different to see cornfields instead of like other bleachers out there. It's really cool.
I think it's really cool to see on that. It would just be amazing to play there. I couldn't fathom them doing it, but I would love the opportunity to.
We need to send Jeff there and do a Where in the World is Jeff Weller?
I think we could work that out.
We should make that happen. But meanwhile, though, a robotic 6-finger. We only have 5 per hand, Kevin. So let's try to picture this, though. That can be worn on the hand next to the pinky to move like a real finger. And this has been created by researchers studying how brains react to new and independent body parts. Researchers of the University of Electrocommunications in Japan and French National Center for Scientific Research co-developed the artificial appendage, first embarking on the project way back in 2016. Electrical signals from muscles are first measured by 4 sensors attached to the forearm. The signals are then transferred to a motor to control the robotic finger. We know that we can move our own body with our brain, but when a new body part is foreign, can the brain adapt? That's a big question. We thought this was an interesting question. Yoshi Miyawaki, a professor at the University of Electrocommunications, said, although the research is primarily focused on the brain's reaction to an extra body part, they say the 6-finger can enhance daily human activities such as typing on a computer keyboard or carrying more objects. And Miyawaki said, if this technology develops further, the concept of normality may no longer exist. I don't know how I feel about that. A 6th finger?
Yeah, that's kind of creepy when you really think about it. But it'd be kind of, I don't know, it would take me so long to get used to it because I'm so used to, like, say, typing.
I know, right?
Granted, I only use, like, my thumb, my index, and my middle finger when I type. Granted, I should use, like, my pinky and the other one a little bit more, but...
I'm terrible. I mean, they tried to fix this when I was an OTT way back.
I do admit, I type funny.
Yeah, I do like this or something like that, but I can type pretty fast, though. So, you know, my typing skills or my typing... I guess styles, that's probably the right word to use. It's probably a big thumbs down. I do know that I do at least type fast, though.
Yeah, I probably would, usually when I go like bring groceries in, I'll probably have like bring in a few extra bags with that extra finger. That's probably what I would use it for.
Yeah, very creative, though.
Yeah, for sure. Well, taking a turn to our last story, St. Louis veterans and the Barnes Jewish Hospital community came together to give proper burial for a veteran with no known loved ones. Neil Nighthawk Hill leads the band of Patriot Guard riders through St. Louis to Jefferson Barracks, the final resting place of an unnamed veteran who died in Barnes Jewish Hospital's care. Not much is known about the Navy veteran who served from 1967 to 1972. The Office of Descendant Affairs said the hospital says they looked 6 months for the loved ones of the deceased. The hospital has a Veterans Connect group, and they said that they were by his side with the Patriot Guard. The healthcare network says care doesn't stop after a person passes on. Chandra White from the hospital was teary-eyed, as well as many other veterans from the ceremony. And how about that? Great to see the group come on up and step up and give this guy the proper burial that he deserves.
Yeah, all of our soldiers that give the ultimate sacrifice deserve that honorable burial with taps, and I think it's called the four-gun salute, and if I'm saying it right, I hope, and obviously the presentation of the American flag too. It's so powerful, and
it does.
I'll be honest. I mean, taps can go through you every time. Whenever it's presented for someone who gave their all.
We'll be hearing a few of it today.
And we'll be hearing a few of that today. And for those two that served and thankfully came home and then died of old age and something else too. I've heard taps performed for that too. So or taps presented, probably to use the right word for there too. So important to note that today.
Yes, for sure, and definitely go out and give your respects to those that have fallen.
And for sure, yeah.